35 million drivers over 70 in America right now. IIHS data shows 57% of fatal crashes involving them are their own fault. Your reflexes aren't what they used to be, but you still need to get to the doctor, to the grocery store, to live your life. In California, where traffic never stops and cost of living crushes your Social Security check, every Uber ride at $16 feels like robbery. You're scared of scams, tired of depending on your kids, and frankly exhausted from white-knuckling the steering wheel. Tesla's Cybercab 2026 changes everything. No steering wheel. Just a living room on wheels with a 20.5-inch screen, lounge seats, and ambient lighting. 20 to 40 cents per mile. $1,800 saved every year. Elon Musk confirmed at the 2025 shareholder meeting.
Production is happening right here in this factory, and we'll be starting production in April next year.
Production starts April 2026 at Giga, Texas. Prototypes are crash testing right now. Today, we're breaking down leaked specs to show you exactly how this robotaxi solves your real problems.
Real-world benefits for retirees in California. Let's talk about your money first, because nothing else matters if you can't afford it. Your own Social Security, maybe a small pension, roughly $2,500 monthly for the average California retiree. Housing eats half of that. Food, utilities, healthcare eat another third. That leaves maybe $400 for everything else, including transportation. Traditional car ownership is completely out of reach at $7,480 per year, according to Insurance.com's 2025 data. Current rideshare pricing at roughly $16 per ride, according to Gridwise 2025 median data, means 10 trips monthly costs $160, 40% of your discretionary budget gone just on getting around. You skip medical appointments, you don't visit friends, you become isolated because transportation is financially impossible. Cybercab changes the math completely. Your typical 5-mile trip to the doctor or grocery store costs $1 to $2 at 20 to 40 cents per mile. 10 trips monthly now costs $10 to $20 instead of $160. You save $140 to $150 every single month. That's $1,800 annually, estimated based on 10 trips per month average. For someone on fixed income, that's the difference between surviving and having a life, between eating generic pasta every night and occasionally buying fresh salmon, between staying home and visiting your grandkids. Gridwise's 2025 analysis confirmed robotaxi services undercut human-driven services by 75 to 90% per mile because there's no driver to pay, no kips expected, no surge pricing during peak hours, just consistent, affordable transportation that doesn't exploit your need to get around. And you get independence back. No more waiting for your daughter to have free time on weekends. No more feeling guilty about asking neighbors for rides, knowing they're busy with their own lives. No more choosing between seeing the doctor and buying groceries because you can only afford one trip this week. You maintain the life you built instead of slowly losing autonomy. California's environmental regulations make this better. Zero-emissions vehicles get priority in carpool lanes, meaning faster trips during peak hours when traffic is heaviest. Studies show environmental alignment significantly improves well-being in seniors who remember cleaner air from decades past, before every freeway became smog-choked during rush hour. Tesla is deploying Cybercab across California's major metro areas by third quarter 2026. That means real availability in Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, Sacramento, everywhere you actually need it, not a pilot program limited to one neighborhood. Real, practical transportation replacing car ownership for millions. As more Cybercabs deploy, wait times drop dramatically. Tesla's internal modeling shows average wait time under 3 minutes in dense areas once fleet size reaches critical mass. That's faster than finding your car keys and backing out of your driveway. Imagine summoning a ride from your LA home and having it arrive before you finish locking your front door, before you've even made it down the front steps. That level of convenience fundamentally changes how you think about transportation. It stops being a barrier and becomes invisible infrastructure that just works. You wake up, decide you want to see your daughter across town, tap your phone, and the car is waiting by the time you grab your jacket. That's the future coming in 2026.
The minimalist dashboard and giant screen. So how does this actually work inside the vehicle? Let's start with what you see first. Remember squinting at your phone trying to figure out where your Uber driver is? Or struggling with a cramped taxi dashboard that felt like flying a Boeing cockpit? Your eyes aren't getting younger, and modern car interfaces punish seniors with tiny buttons and cluttered screens. The Cybercab dashboard throws all that garbage out. One massive 20.5-inch touchscreen, the largest ever fitted in any production vehicle. At 2,400 nits of brightness, this display cuts through California's brutal midday sun. You can actually read it without squinting. This screen runs on xAI's processing architecture, handling everything locally on the vehicle's neural network. No cloud dependency means your health appointments, banking apps, video calls with grandkids all stay private. Compare that to rideshare services where your data bounces through servers you'll never see, getting logged and potentially sold to third parties. Every trip you take, every destination you visit, every medical facility. The minimalist dashboard and giant screen. So how does this actually work inside the vehicle? Let's start with what you see first. Remember squinting at your phone trying to figure out where your Uber driver is? Or struggling with a cramped taxi dashboard that felt like flying a Boeing cockpit? Your eyes aren't getting younger, and modern car interfaces punish seniors with tiny buttons and cluttered screens. The Cybercab dashboard throws all that garbage out. One massive 20.5-inch touchscreen, the largest ever fitted in any production vehicle. At 2,400 nits of brightness, this display cuts through California's brutal midday sun. You can actually read it without squinting. This screen runs on xAI's processing architecture, handling everything locally on the vehicle's neural network. No cloud dependency means your health appointments, banking apps, video calls with grandkids all stay private. Compare that to rideshare services where your data bounces through servers you'll never see, getting logged and potentially sold to third parties. Every trip you take, every destination you visit, every medical facility you go to, all tracked and monetized by companies you never agreed to share with. Tesla's local processing keeps your life private. The interface responds to voice commands through Grok AI integration, trained specifically on natural speech patterns from older adults. You have arthritis, swollen joints making touchscreens painful? Just speak. Take me to Kaiser Permanente on Sunset Boulevard. Done. No fumbling with apps while your hands shake. The system understands if you pause mid-sentence, if you change your mind, if you speak with an accent that other voice assistants struggle with. Beta testers in Austin reported 92% accuracy on first-attempt voice commands, even in noisy traffic conditions with windows down. Stream Netflix on your way to physical therapy. FaceTime your daughter while the car handles driving. Nature Communications 2024 research showed autonomous vehicles reduce distraction-related accidents significantly below human driver baselines. You're not just safer, you're free to use travel time. Every pharmacy trip becomes productive instead of stressful navigation where you're checking mirrors, worried about that aggressive driver tailgating you. Tesla's engineers studied thousands of ride profiles and found seniors spent 68% of ride time on communication or entertainment. They designed this dashboard around your actual behavior, not some engineer's fantasy. Picture this. You're heading from your LA apartment to Kaiser for a checkup. No steering wheel to grip, just sitting back watching your grandson's soccer game on that massive screen while the car navigates the 405 perfectly. No white knuckles, no stress. Just living your life while transportation happens automatically.
ambient lighting, and lounge seating.
Now let's talk about comfort, because that massive screen means nothing if you're sitting in pain the whole ride. Your back hurts. Decades of driving through rush hour nightmares have left you with chronic pain that makes every car trip an ordeal. Traditional taxi seats? Cheap vinyl, zero lumbar support, designed for young drivers who don't care about passengers. Rideshare vehicles are worse, random cars with worn-out springs and stains you don't want to think about. The Cybercab's lounge seating is different. Vegan leather seats, heated across all positions, pushed back in a reclined configuration giving you 30% more legroom than a compact sedan. These aren't traditional car seats repurposed. Tesla studied airline business class ergonomics and adapted them for automotive use. Deep cushioning with memory foam cores that mold to your body. Lower back support zones that activate automatically based on pressure sensors detecting exactly where you need relief most. The engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the seat angle alone. Traditional car seats position you at 90 degrees because drivers need to reach pedals and see the road directly. But Cybercab passengers don't drive. The seat reclines to 105 degrees, the same angle cardiologists recommend for reducing lower back pressure during extended sitting. Your spine maintains its natural curve instead of fighting against a rigid backrest. For someone dealing with sciatica, herniated discs, or just decades of accumulated wear on vertebrae, this angle difference is the gap between arriving in pain and arriving relaxed. Recent Austin prototypes from December 2025 showed refined cup holders positioned at arm level, improved carpet durability, and updated ambient lighting. Austin test data showed passengers reported 50% reduction in physical fatigue after 30-minute rides compared to standard vehicles. That's objective measurement using medical-grade sensors. The seat position is lower to the floor, making entry and exit dramatically easier for anyone with knee or hip issues. You slide in laterally instead of dropping down. The ambient LED lighting system, full-spectrum LEDs embedded throughout the cabin create soft, indirect illumination that changes color temperature throughout the day. Morning rides get cool blue-white light. Afternoon trips shift to neutral white. Evening rides transition to warm amber tones that won't spike your stress before bed. Stanford's sleep lab studies show this adaptive lighting reduces passenger stress by measurable cortisol markers. You're not just comfortable, you're physiologically more relaxed. Waymo's 2025 safety report documented their autonomous vehicles reduced serious injury crashes by 90% over 127 million rider-only miles through September 2025. Their data also showed 85% fewer suspected serious injuries compared to human drivers. You can finally relax during travel instead of gripping the door handle while some rideshare driver texts at 60 miles per hour. This matters in California, where aggressive driving is the norm and traffic density makes every trip feel dangerous. Powered doors and easy entry. Comfort inside the vehicle only matters if you can actually get in and out without hurting yourself. You've struggled with car doors your entire life, heavy doors requiring serious arm strength to close. Modern cars with doors so precisely fitted they stick in humidity and require a hard yank. Your arthritis makes both scenarios painful and sometimes dangerous in parking lots where adjacent cars limit how far you can swing the door. Tesla engineered butterfly-style powered doors that solve this. Touch a handle requiring less than 1 pound of activation force, and hydraulic struts do the lifting. Doors rise upward and outward, clearing adjacent vehicles while maximizing entry space. No more squeezing through a 12-inch gap because someone parked too close. These aren't fragile gimmicks. Tesla's durability testing ran 500,000 open-close cycles without failure. The hydraulic system includes redundant safety catches that prevent door drop even if primary power fails. Haptic feedback in the handles gives gentle vibration pulses, confirming the door sealed properly, so you're never wondering if it's secure. The entry process itself got completely rethought. Traditional cars force you to bend, twist, and drop into a seat positioned too low and too far back.
The Cybercab seat is positioned 18 inches from the ground, higher than most sedans, but lower than SUVs, hitting the sweet spot where you can sit down naturally instead of falling or climbing. New cup holder design too, positioned at arm level where you don't have to bend forward and risk spilling. Full self-driving handles all navigation, which means you never worry about reaction time or not seeing a pedestrian. NHTSA estimates autonomous vehicles could reduce human error crashes by up to 94%. This isn't just convenience, it's survival. Unlike rideshare services where you're trusting a stranger, potentially a fake driver running scams to rob seniors, you're trusting Tesla's system with millions of validation miles. Drone footage from Giga, Texas in December 2025 shows Cybercabs undergoing crash testing right now, proving production-ready safety standards. With unsupervised robotaxi testing in Austin already removing safety drivers, as Elon confirmed in late 2025, Cybercab could deploy in Los Angeles and San Francisco early 2026. You could be among the first California riders.
Trunk and storage for everyday needs. What about your groceries, your walker, your overnight bag? Nobody talks about trunk space in robotaxis, but you live a real life. Groceries from Trader Joe's, physical therapy equipment, a walker or cane you need, weekend trips to visit family where you need an overnight bag. The Cybercab trunk was designed for actual daily use, not just theoretical ride-hailing. Powered struts open the trunk with a touch, revealing cargo area lined with durable polymer instead of cheap carpet that stains. This lining is chemical-resistant and heat-resistant, designed to survive spilled groceries, wet umbrellas, and whatever else your life throws at it. The trunk architecture uses modular components that can be replaced individually if damaged. In traditional vehicles, trunk liner is integrated into body panels, meaning expensive repairs. Cybercab's philosophy is repairability for vehicles expected to run 500,000 miles or more. The powered strut system includes position memory. If you regularly carry a portable oxygen concentrator or specific cooler, the trunk saves that height so the lid stops automatically at the perfect loading position every time. Details like this come from thousands of hours of real-world testing with actual seniors. Now here's where the financial picture gets even better. Remember that $7,480 annual car ownership cost? Let's break down what you're actually avoiding. No more oil changes every 3 months at $80. No more unexpected transmission repairs at $3,000 that force you to choose between fixing the car and eating well that month. No more registration fees spiking because California charges based on vehicle value. No more insurance premiums increasing every year despite your perfect driving record because actuaries decided your age bracket is high risk. No more sitting in dealership waiting rooms for 4 hours while they run diagnostics. The Cybercab network handles all maintenance invisibly. A vehicle shows any performance degradation, it's pulled from service automatically before you ever see it. AARP's 2025 analysis confirmed ride-hailing services like Cybercab could extend independence for seniors by a decade while eliminating the financial burden. The trunk capacity matters because it enables your actual lifestyle without compromise. 3 bags of groceries fit easily, a folded wheelchair if you need one, suitcases for trips to visit the kids. You're not limited to tiny urban errands. You're living your full life, just without the crushing cost of car ownership. The real risks you need to know. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that's what scammers do. First-generation technology always has bugs. Early Austin riders reported occasional navigation hiccups where the vehicle asked for route confirmation because construction changed street configurations faster than mapping data updated. Tesla patches these through over-the-air updates, but you might experience awkward moments where the car asks you to confirm something obvious. That's annoying, not dangerous. Coverage limitations are real.
Cybercab works brilliantly in urban and suburban areas with clear lane markings, good lighting, and regular mapping updates. Rural areas with dirt roads, heavy snow, or minimal infrastructure won't see service for years. If you live in the Sierra Nevada mountains or remote desert communities, this isn't for you yet. The system also struggles inside parking structures, with thick concrete blocking GPS signals, though Tesla's working on backup navigation. Connectivity dependency matters. The vehicle operates autonomously without constant cloud connection, but requesting a ride, processing payment, and receiving routing updates require cellular data. Dead zones exist in older buildings with heavy shielding. If you're in a basement medical office, you might need to step outside to confirm pickup. Compare this to current rideshare scams, though. Fake drivers, surge pricing that triples costs without warning, drivers who cancel to punish you for short trips, outright robbery targeting vulnerable passengers. Tesla's verified vehicle network eliminates all of it. Every Cybercab is tracked, authenticated, and operated by Tesla's AI. No human driver means no human malice. The risk profile is annoying technical glitches versus actual criminal exploitation. Tesla's approach is documented transparency. When something goes wrong, the data exists to understand why. Human drivers lie, blame passengers, and disappear. Cybercab logs everything for accountability. Waymo's 2025 impact study showed 85% fewer suspected serious injuries compared to human drivers. If you're tired of a transportation system that treats you like a mark instead of a customer, Cybercab's controlled environment is a massive upgrade, despite early technical growing pains.
Tesla Cybercab 2026 delivers what seniors need: comfort, safety, independence, and affordability. 20.5-inch screen you can read, lounge seats that don't destroy your back, powered doors requiring no grip strength, 20 to 40 cents per mile. Production starts April 2026 at Giga, Texas. Crash testing is happening now. This is next year. Comment relaxed if you want Cybercab independence. Comment worried if you're concerned about bugs. Share your worst Uber experience. I'll respond to top comments in a Q&A at 5,000. Tag a California retiree struggling with transportation. We're building a community so nobody gets left behind. Hit subscribe and notifications. This channel covers Tesla's unreleased products before mainstream media. Next video in 3 days. Tesla Pi Phone 2026, potentially free for seniors on Social Security with AI scam blocking. Could this eliminate your Verizon bill through Starlink? We're analyzing the data. Share this with anyone struggling with transportation costs. Affordable autonomous transportation is coming to California in 2026. I'll see you in the next video.